Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 1 in the NFL preseason right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who, aside from having been a successful professional handicapper for almost 30 years, just recently got written up in ESPN, Joe, right? What happened? What does that tell us about that?
Yeah, that's correct. That goes back to my score phone days. I've always said I've been in this business for 28 plus years, and it talks about the very early score phone days. And maybe some of the young people might be interested on how we gamblers used to get information before the inner tubes existed.
Would you say that you're a living legend in the handicapping world? Is that the exalted heights that we should put you on?
Yeah, the two things I do best, no, the three things would be eat, fatherhood, and handicap. So, yeah, I'm pretty darn good. I believe it's not bragging if you can do it. There's a lot of things I'm not good at, but handicapping is one thing I'm tremendous at doing.
Free picks and analysis from a living legend in the handicapping world, Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. All right, KC and Arizona, two very similar teams, right? Both teams have their starting quarterback set, and both teams also dealing with kind of a lot of injuries heading into the season, and also maybe a little bit questionable on offense. We know that Andy Reid doesn't really care that much about the preseason, and probably Logan Thomas is going to be getting most of the snaps for Arizona, and Logan Thomas had a great preseason last year. I remember when he started to play well in the preseason, I started to bet on games where he was going to get a lot of reps, and won with those bets. I'm thinking maybe we see the same thing here. Logan Thomas has a good game. Andy Reid doesn't care that much. Arizona -3, is that too risky, Joe, or is that you think that Arizona's a 50% chance to win by more than 3?
I do think that is a pretty solid bet. In the case of Kansas City, Jeremy Maclin and Albert Wilson, their two starting wide receivers, are very likely out. You know, before I make a final pick, I'm going to 100% confirm that they are not going to play. It does look like KC starters. They will play the first quarter, which is, you know, standard or even on the higher end. Some coaches only play a 12 play, so that is fairly long for a first game of the preseason. But, you know, then it does look like that the third team is going to get a lot of playing time. As far as quarterback depth, Tyler Bray is out for Kansas City. So I would happen to agree with you. You know, Andy Reid, he's been around forever. He clearly knows that the preseason, all you want to do is take a look at some guys and get ready for the regular season. I think that is a pretty good play. Maybe, you know what, I'll even make it an official play for the purposes of this video.
All right, well, don't let me twist your arm, Joe Duffy. I mean, even Drew Stanton is pretty good as backup quarterbacks go. And then for KC, it's going to be Chase Daniel and Aaron Murray, right? What's your take on those guys?
Yeah, again, I mean, Murray was a very good college quarterback. We're going to see how good he is in the pros. That there's no question he's going to get some time to see if he can play at this level. And you're right, Drew is kind of the quarterback that I like in the preseason, where he's got the ability to run the ball and face in those defenses. You can occasionally run for some yards. So, but it is correct that Murray is one of those guys that I do want to take a long look at to see if he is capable of playing at this level.
All right, Joe. Well, you can pass on this game as well if you want to. You don't have to take Arizona. That would be my lean. But if you make it official for you, I think I might make it a pass for me. But you know, you're the professional handicapper. Your record is what's really important here. Do you want to go official with Arizona -3, or do you want to take a pass?
We will go official with Arizona -3.
Okay, that's the way I would lean. Maybe I'll bet it, but as of right now, it's going to be a pass for me, but I definitely like the quarterback depth for Arizona over KC. Joe Duffy's final picks every day, of course, can be found at his website, OffshoreInsiders.com. Definitely check out the ESPN article that mentioned him this past week. Thanks so much, Joe.